Tire marks, whatever. Fine. He'll just say blah blah blah. He drove it and committed. Give me a press on this one. So you still claim that the tire marks belong to the Blue Badger mobile? It must have arrived on the scene after the ground had become wet with rain. Officer Meekins committed the murder. What? Besides the Blue Badger mobile, there are other ways the body could have been moved. Recall what the Wild Wild West area looked like. Only the Blue Badger mobile and Mr. Deacon's body were in the garage. I'd say that's proof. I suppose if one were to look at that place, that would be the only logical conclusion. However, my experience tells me that the truth is usually not so easily found. Yeah, his costumes. So, like, present there. There's some sort of problem with Agent Lang's statement in regard to the scene. Looks like the only thing that car was selling was death, not dreams. Only if what Agent Lang believes turns out to be true. The 3-tire tread marks are very telling. However, is the Blue Badger mobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern? Well, I mean, there are 3 other ones. 3 tire marks. I have to agree that the Blue Badger mobile has 3 tires. Of course. The only thing in the park that could make those marks is that roving shop. Are you forgetting that there are in fact 3 of them? You can't simply ignore the pink and proto Badger mobiles, Agent Lang. Of course I didn't say it couldn't be either of the other 2, but I see no reason to drag them into this just to complicate things. Okay. Fuck. Went too far. I feel like there's an issue, like what about his costume? Okay, no. You can see that there's a big flaw in your logic now. Fuck. Blah 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 blah. Let's try this. Oh, thank God. I don't know why I couldn't have used it on the other one, but you know what? Fuck off, I guess. Sorry, Agent Lang, but that's an impossible tale. What is that? Those tire marks could not have been left by Officer Meekins at Blue Badger mobile. One look at the car should have told you so. The tires. Take a good look at the tires. There's not a single dollop of mud to be found on it. Ugh. If this car had come to the backstage area and left those tire tracks, then the lack of mud on these tires stands out as very peculiar indeed. He washed the tires. Then how do you explain the tire tracks, genius? A different one. There's 2 other cars. Hey, I've got it. What about Miss Oldbag's pink Badger mobile? Don't be ridiculous. I was sleeping the entire time in the 2nd-tier seats. Indeed, I believe we can rule out as someone related to the crime. Her out. However, there's yet one more roving store, as I recall. Oh, you mean the Proto Badger? That's right. There was one more parking space inside that garage, and it proves the existence of a Proto Badger mobile. Well, I mean, it's like for sure not the pink one because you wouldn't like roll him like onto one and then like roll him out after you move the thingy. So I mean, it was obviously that one. Also, I swear to God, there's tire marks over here to the right where you can see where it drove off. So it would have been like wet with the mud. Agent Lang, I suggest you find this Proto Badger mobile post-haste. There must still be some sort of incriminating evidence in it. Fuck you. Hmm? Hey, did you hear something? Who the hell are you? Help me. Are you alright? Kicks him. Well, this is something. Looks like we found our kidnapping victim. Oh, Lance. Where were you all this time?
While West with kidnappers
He was in the room next to the one I was held in.
ran away using underground. They got lost. Kidnappers.
What is it? I can't understand what you're trying to say.
The kidnappers escaped wearing costumes.
Do you see the faces of your kidnappers?
No, I didn't see their faces, but one was a woman.
A woman? Quite an important piece of testimony. Hey, what are you guys doing? Stop standing here and get your cops on this already. I'll even let you guys have what the kid said just now. Consider it a gift. Now, are you gonna get out of my crime scene, or am I gonna have to get rough? Again. You're nothing but a big bully. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go. Oh, no. Not you. You're a very important witness for my case. I'm not about to let you get away that easy. Don't count on me to testify, because I won't. Not for you. That's right. I won't either. You hear me, you young whippersnapper? Hey, calm down. There's no need for all the hostility. I just want to take a statement from each of you. I'm not gonna rough either of you up. I give you my word. Come on now, fair maidens. What do you say? Will you cooperate? Fair maidens? My, you little rascal. You sure know your way to a woman's heart. Lang Zi says, the passage of time is but a fleeting moment, and the lady is young forever. Trying to outdo my edgy poo with your fancy schmancy sayings. Let's get this over with. So we're clear. I'm only interested in giving you my statement. Sure, as soon as Mr. Prosecutor leaves us be. Mr. Edgeworth. Bye, Emma. To be continued. I would have taken Emma with me, but that's just me. Because I'd rather her with me than not. March 13th, 2:34 p.m. Looks like we got the boot again. With Lance safe, the focus of the investigation will shift solely onto the murder. Do you mean the infighting between the kidnappers? Yes, and also the identity of the remaining kidnapper. Miles, my boy! Tell me it's true. Tell me that you really found my boy. Yes, Mr. Amano. We found him earlier in the stadium. Then, my little Lance is unhurt. I swear to God, if she fucking killed someone, I'm gonna be mad again. Like that fucking band-aid's like it's cut or something. He's not exactly the picture of perfect health, but his life is not in danger. He's being questioned right now by Agent Lang. Poor Lance. It must have been so horrible for him. Locked up like a... Oh. Like, I don't know. I like her, so I really don't want her to be too, bad. He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me. He loves me not. Oh, that's the 12th one. No, you can't give up, Laura. Just one more try. Excuse me, but I can't help but to feel a bit sorry for all of the flowers you've gone through. I suppose, if they were me, then... I believe you said that you were Lance's girlfriend when we first met, correct? Yes, I am, but... Oh, it's not like we both think of each other as lovers. But he did give me this ring, so I guess we're not just friends either. I mean, because this isn't just any ordinary ring. It tastes so sweet when you lick it. Oh, it's so wonderful. Oh my god. You mean to tell me that he gave you a lollipop ring? So which is it? Have you guys not decided if you're going out, or is it just one-sided? Decided. Shouldn't the parties involved naturally just know? My father used to work for Mr. Amano, and so Lance and I grew up together. I said it out loud. I don't see how that's anything to be embarrassed about. So your father was an employee of the Amano Group. What did he do? I heard his job was to fly around the world. On Pegasus. Pegasus? Oh, Pegasus was the name of the airplane. The airplane belonged to the company. You had me there for a second. But now, it's all changed. My father, he isn't around anymore. Oh, I see. About 10 years ago, he rode Pegasus off to somewhere and never returned. Riding Pegasus to whereabouts unknown. Sounds like the stuff that legends are made of. It's been so long. I don't think I'd recognize him if we ever were to meet again. I'm so sorry, Lauren. But I won't give up in the sadness. I have to live. Yes, Lauren, live. Tell me about this, Pegasus. Like, this is gonna definitely be your dad, right? If I show this to her, she'll probably just go on about another one of her fantasies. She literally just talked about a Pegasus, and we just have a fucking Pegasus thing here? If you're not gonna show it to her, then why not give it to me for safekeeping? Why would I do anything of the sort? Lick's ring. You have anything to say about this dude's death? What about what we found when we examined the victim? Ah! Well, you big bully. I can't believe you'd show me something so gruesome. But I have to admit it. I kind of like that mavericky aura about around him. Oh, Lauren, are you becoming bad as well? He's off in La La Land again, I see. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking steal your girl, Mr. Lance. Mine now. About this incident. Incident? But isn't the kidnapping already over and dealt with? I've been here the whole time, so I'm afraid I don't know much about any other incident. How did you come to know that Lance had been kidnapped? Oh, that's because of my woman's intuition. You based everything on that. I know everything when it comes to my Lance. It's really strange. It really must be destiny. She started fantasizing again. Look, all I know is girls that are cute always end up not being the good ones. In the eyes of the law, they're still really good, though. Miles, my boy, I can't thank you enough. It was nothing. Give me some stacks of bills. I'm still in shock over what happened to Oliver. But I have to say, I'm relieved that Lance is alright. Oh, that's right. I mustn't forget to pass this on to Lance as soon as the police are finished with him. A letter? What's the letter? The way Lance is being chased away by women reminds me of someone I know. I almost can't believe he received yet another love letter, you know? Here, take a look for yourselves. Isn't this a breach of confidentiality? My dear Lance, may I come and see you again? Your beloved Julia. Or Viola. Never mind. It looked like a... I don't know. It's a very simple love letter. Oh, hey, let me see. That's really weird. Yeah, you know what? This is, this handwriting, scary. It's from a loan company, Tender Lender. Looks more like a collection bill to me. Oh, that's terrible. So what are you gonna do now, Mr. Edgeworth? We already established that there's a good chance that the killer is the other kidnapper. It's my duty to figure out who this other person is. I believe there's one location that might hold a clue or two. Yes, I think all three would be really helpful, but I think the crime scene... It's often the case that some sort of clues are overlooked at the crime scene itself, which means we should give the stadium another sweep. That's pretty good. Very professional prosecutor-like of you. And of course we'd go investigate if we hadn't just been tossed from there. True, and Agent Ling is still conducting his investigation. Yeah, now get it together, will you, Mr. Edgeworth? Alright then, to do our part, we should leave them alone and go somewhere else. Isolation room, wherever that is. Place where we were held as prisoners. Hold it! Don't lump me in with you. I can't allow you to slander my good name as a great thief by saying I was captured. Not being able to escape from somewhere qualifies you as a caged bird, Kay. Besides, we checked that place out pretty well while we were there, remember? Don't you think it would be an even better idea to check somewhere else? Perhaps you're right. What I really need to do is the other place. The obvious location is the kidnapper's hideout. But we're still not allowed in, remember? Agent Lang and his men should be done with this area. In that case, there's no harm in asking that officer over there to let us in. Yeah, that's gonna work. Can I go somewhere else? Oh, I can. Hello? Oh. Why is there a blue badger here too? Are you deathly allergic to him or something? No, it's not that. It's more like a half smile on his face. It's really unsettling. She's disturbed by the half smile. I'm more disturbed by its movements and how it managed to obstruct an investigation. This man looks suspiciously like the precinct. Look at the lovely smile on the blue badger's face. Ah, it's looking at me. Make it stop. It's scary. It's alright, dear. You want to know something? I was the one who created the blue badger. See, look at his eyes. Don't they just look like daddy's? It's scary. It's scary because they do look like yours, Dad. Oh. Well, that was rather depressing. I think you'd better leave the two of them alone. Nice shit. Life looks like it's got a lot of good... fuck. Life looks like it's got a lot of good stories to tell about the olden days. Oh, it looks incredibly new to me. Ah, Mr. Edgeworth, you need to line up and get a sense of humor. That was rather rude, but just this once I'll look the other way. On second thought, maybe the first thing you need to work on is tact. Oh, wait a minute! You piece of shit! They say that couples that... fuck. Every time. They say that couples who cross the bridge together will find happiness. Or so the Gatewater Land pamphlet says. But you think that they'd already be happy because they were able to come together. Logistics aside, I wonder who came up with this tale and when. This bridge doesn't look old enough to be... that sort of stuff... the stuff of legends. Well, some things are better left uninvestigated, don't you think? Ignorance is bliss. Fucking Edgeworth. Piece of shit. I can't go this way. I can jerk off over there. I like the scarf trailing behind. It looks nice. Move! What do you have to report? Sir! Nothing unusual out of the ordinary. Sir! Have I heard such redundancy before? Is it possible for you to let us take a look around inside? Sir! Roger! Sir! That was surprisingly hassle-free. Are you certain? Didn't Agent Lang order you not to allow me in? Sir! That's true, sir, but... Detective Gumshoe asked me personally to let you in, sir. You know, I couldn't refuse a request from him. Wow, looks like Detective Gumshoe has a following. Furthermore, I was asked to give this document to you, sir. What is this? Autopsy, sir. Man, in this picture, isn't this Mr. Oliver Deacon? No, sir. Colin Devoret. Which means Oliver Deacon killed the dude, right? Like, that's logically 1-to-1 who killed him. Whereabouts unknown after his escape from Pen E. Dent prison. Okay. Stole a gun from a guard during his escape. We thought he might head to where his blah 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 blah, and I can't read through text. 5'8", what a little 123. Holy God. The name here says Colin Devoret. It's the same name as the one on the pendant on the back of the pendant. It appears that Colin Devoret was his real name. What's this? He was convicted in a case 10 years ago and sent to prison. Pendant. Fuck. What? Then what was he doing here? He has yet to show up. Apparently he broke out of jail and then just vanished. He must have become Oliver Deacon to cover up the fact that he was an escaped felon. Dossier. Now I'm not sure what's going on anymore. Is there some sort of link between the victim's past and this current case? These police documents are rather detailed. I should take the time to give them a thorough read eventually. It's fine, let's focus on one thing at a time, starting with the kidnapper's hideout. Yeah, I agree. We should investigate first, think later. more than thinking things through, I think you should try to remembering things first. Now then, if you could please unlock the door, officer. It was locked until a little while ago, but since then the door's been wide open, sir. I'm not sure I'd follow what it is you're saying. Care to explain it in a bit more detail? Sir, the door was locked down tight when they went to check out the room. So they got about 10 officers to help and break the door down, sir. I see. I guess that means I get Agent Lang's leftovers. Let's see what we find. I'm glad they just fucking brute forced the door. Like a bunch of animals. So this is where the kidnappers planned their foul deed. While you were tied up for a while in the room next door. Kay, please. Must you bring that up again? Kay. Now then, down to business. There might be some clues left in this room. Let's try to find out what we can from the kidnapper's identity. I just want to talk with Kay. How you doing, sweetie? Yes. So this is the room next to the one we were held in prisoners in. You know, I took a peek in here through the door from the other room. Did I, Kay? Anyway, if this room was truly the kidnapper's hideout, then that means there must be some clues in there to their identity here, right? I don't know if there are, however, the probability is quite high. I believe a thorough combing of the room is necessary. Thanks, Kay. You are a cutie. Look at this fucking dude. What is she? 19. Legal. I am all in here. 18 too. School break, baby. Question marks. Wendy old bag. She's a fucking old bag. No, I need to look at love letter. Tender lender, Viola. Viola. Love something of or whatever. God, I wish I could look at that. Like, see what the actual envelope says. Where his wife and sole daughter are. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, Lauren is going to end up being dude's daughter. 100%. Write it in stone at this point. So the question is, and he said there's a female involved, so maybe she's working with her dad. But what? Oh God, I really hope she didn't fucking kill him. That'd be terrible. I'd hate to see that. The door is thoroughly broken thanks to the police who forced it open. Monkeys over here. I won't rest until I've inspected everything that looks suspicious. Looks like a sword. It's a broken sword. Oh, probably because they jammed that shut, like, to keep the door from opening. Strange, why would it be broken like that? It's what wedged the door shut. Swords don't usually break on their own. That's true. Alright, then let's think of about it in this way. Maybe it broke when someone was trying to use it for or on something. Hypotheticals aren't going to get us anywhere. Perhaps we should think more on this later. The doorknob handle thingy looks pretty beat up. I suppose that's what happens when 10 officers break their way in with brute force. Hey, that's odd. The lock on this is completely fine. Look, not a single dent. But how is that possible after what the officer told us? Yeah, if the lock had been in use when the door was busted down, then the lock itself should be completely wrecked. So the lock to the door leading outside is undamaged. How can that be? How can that be? By God, I've solved it! It was used to wedge the door shut. It's a bit strange that the police had to force their way into an unlocked room. Look at that pristine door lock, and anyone can see that it was not in use at the time. But the policeman outside said that it took 10 men to get it open. A door that was locked tight despite it not being locked at all. It can only be because of this. Oh, you mean... Yes, it was used to jam the door. Here, take a look at the door handle. You see how the handle is completely destroyed? So that's how the sword broke. Yeah, you just jam the sword so it wedges the door frame and shit. Easy fucking peasy. Too smart for you. The panel that hid the entrance to the underground is propped up and wide open. Be careful on where you step, Kay. I only fell into that other one opening once, you know. Oh god. Fucking amazing. Oh, they have barrels like these just outside. Yes, and well, I know I already asked you when we were out there, but if these were real, what would you put in them? There's an expectant gleam in her eyes that I'm about to dash. Dick. Let her have fun. I'd have fun with her. This is my place. There's 3 cups here. 3 people were drinking here. We'll rest until I've seen everything suspicious. 3 coffee cups. Cheap styrofoam cups. Looks like there are only 3 cups that were used. There were 2 kidnappers. That already makes no sense. Folding chairs, and by the looks of it, they were probably used by the kidnappers. There are 3 chairs around the table. It's very likely that the kidnappers sat here. There were 3 people here. Connect. There's 3 people involved in this. The common denominator between the cups and the folding chairs is the number 3. Speaking of which, the number of missing costumes is also 3. Wait, but I thought there were only 2 kidnappers. Yeah, something's not up and up. Well, if dude has money issues, he could easily work with the people that are like the kidnapper people to get the money so he can pay off the fucking loan he probably owes. Indeed, something isn't adding up. Literally. Is it possible there's a 3rd kidnapper that Lance didn't see? It's more like Lance is a kidnapper. I thought that we might uncover the true identity of the kidnappers. But instead, we've only uncovered more questions that need to be answered. What is it? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, am I correct? What are you doing? Suddenly popping up out of the secret entrance like that. This is an underground passage used by a staff member, sir. Oh, it's a gumshoe. We Badgers also make use of it on our duties. Look, why don't you get out of here first and then we'll talk, okay? I beg your pardon, miss. Proto Badger get. Alright, 1 more to go. What are you getting all excited about? Did you forget the photo rally? Duh. See, look, now all I have to get is a picture of the Bad Badger and I'm done. Oh yes, I vaguely recall a contest or something of that sort. Don't you wriggle on me. What? It's gone! But where'd it go? What happened? What's wrong? A Bad Badger costume is missing, sir. Oh, is that all? Well, it's missing because the kidnappers stole it. I heard about how they were stolen. But they said that only 3 of the costumes had been taken. What? Is he saying that more than 3 of them are gone? Mr. Proto Badger, please tell me a little more about these costumes you use.